a protective mummy wall. Not really needed, but I suppose he was hoping that it could be of use. As they are going to go ahead and port top to help out with the push here, I'm guessing. No, they're actually spotted someone in their woods. So they're going to try and... Nope, they're not going to be able to catch up to Magebane. Oh, maybe if he had continued down there, he might have gotten a stalagmite off. Or stalactite. Wait, might, right? Because they come up from the ground? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
but, yeah.
That was unfortunate. If he just had walked the other way, he would have caught him, but alas.
Yeah, Pebbles going ahead and drinking down his bottles. He's going to go ahead and collect this double damage rune here. As, you know, we were talking about wards this game. Really, is there only one ward out for both teams right now? Or just, yeah, Purple has a ward out, and I don't see any other wards on the map from anyone else. So, a little bit chaotic as far as not having any map control. You'd like to see a lot more warding going on here to keep a better eye. At least one ward out for the Hellborn would be nice. There we go. There's one. As he does go ahead and toss a ward of sight up here by the Ancients to be able to spot them when they're doing that. And that'll be a nice one to set out actually there. So if they do catch him wander into the Ancients, they can portal key up there, 1, 2, 3, and take him down really quick before his team has a chance to react. And the ward going to be coming into play here maybe as... Oh, another one's thrown right next to it. I was thinking he was going to counter ward since he does have a Ward of Revelation, but did not toss that out just yet. And M4 are going to be taking Pebbles with her somewhere. Where'd they go? Oh, they're going to go and try and catch this Magebane. Little slow on the combination, but it doesn't really matter because they got him anyways. As they do go ahead and pick up the kill on the Creeps and Magebane. So a nice use of the Nymphora mobility to go ahead and take her and her buddy Pebbles down there. Middle we had Pharaoh, I want to say Pyromancer for something. I don't know, it was a combination of Pharaoh and Pyromancer. But he went down there to the combination of Deadwood. The ultimate went out from Deadwood, so not a whole lot you can do there. Ward of Revelation going out, they're going to go ahead and take care of this Ward of Sight that he can see now. Maybe. If he can ever get a hit. But they spotted him doing that, and they're going to 1-2 him down with the combination. So
again, yeah, the power of sight there, and that's why I'm a little surprised that the Hellborn are just not pumping a lot more money into the wards, keeping their map awareness up, counter warding like the Legion team are, because with the Nymphora ultimate, and especially when she takes Pebbles with her, that's just such a deadly combination as we've seen so many times this game already. And with that map sight, it can just be executed that much better.
Yeah, they have so much mobility with the portal keys that they've got on their squad that all they got to do is get that little bit of vision, and they know to just jump in from the middle of I mean, you can catch them completely unaware. And Magebane actually picking up his farm. He's actually going for a runed axe, it looks like, as well, having picked up a bastard sword and a sustainer. So he's been sitting up here staying busy, trying to get his farm back up to a reasonable level. He's up to almost 200 gold per minute. So desperately trying to catch up to Swiftblade, who is at, wow, 463 gold per minute, just trailing Soulstealer, who has been eating creep camps like crazy. But Magebane's hopes are dashed as he does take a 4-man gank in the rear, which will slow down anyone's farm.
Yeah, and again, a little questionable that he's still going for a runed axe at this point in the game, almost half an hour in. It's not really going to be all that effective, and I don't know, I guess everything about this Magebane is still questionable to me. But.
Yeah, it is certainly questionable because you're looking at, you know, Swiftblade already has a runed axe, so a lot of their farm, or a lot of their forest and their creep farm is already spoken for. You know, Swiftblade will be able to take down those guys fast enough that there's not going to be that much left over. Swiftblade's going to come in here. Oh, does the Swift Slashes, but the Illusion Rune popped beautifully there to catch him unaware and used up a lot of the Swift Slashes, and now they're going to go ahead and try and combo him down. The Engineer ultimate going out. The Swiftblade spin, is it enough? Yes, it is. He does go ahead and dodge that, and he's going to... Glacius trying to get the kill onto Pebbles, but unfortunately he's going to go down to Soulstealer. So very nicely done there from both Pebbles and Swiftblade. Pebbles, of course, baiting there, you know, knowing to go in, and Swiftblade was just waiting for that chance to get his Swift Slashes off on whatever poor fool decided to jump in. But Pebbles tossed out his illusions, and they ate up a lot of the slashes very thankfully. You know, that is an RNG proc, so sometimes you got to play, if you're playing the, you know, well, I'll just throw my illusions up. You're kind of rolling the dice and hoping that he doesn't get the lucky, I'm going to hit you every single time and maybe hit one illusion. But, yeah, so very nicely played from both people. Swiftblade throwing out the spin to be able to port out as well.
Yeah, and it was interesting. Pebbles just threw out that stun a little slightly too early, so Swiftblade didn't eat the full stalagmites, whatever they're called. The
Yeah,
full 3
he didn't
hits
need
of
all
them,
the,
yeah.
the damage from it, yeah.
And they just weren't able to do enough damage to him, and he was able to get away from it, so.
Yeah, a little unfortunate there, but I think part of that was the panic mode, and he was probably hoping that the Swift Slashes would stop on top of him there, and he'd be sitting in that. As we see yet another Ward of Revelation go out, and that's kind of an odd placement for the Ward of Revelation for the Hellborn there. I don't know if those are inside of each other or not. If you were actually to wander by, I would think not, since he was standing at the top of that hill. He should be able to see it. So maybe a little bit of poor Ward of Revelation placement there from the Hellborn side. As the Legion continues to keep up the warding process here, as we've got a Ward of Revelation from Dysonans, but no Ward of Sights anywhere to be seen. As we got a squad of 4 Hellborn members going to be pushing this top lane. Deadwood waiting in the wings along with Andromeda, but they don't really have the backup they need, but they are coming from middle, so maybe they can get in there in time. As the Hellborn not really pushing forward here, as I guess they're kind of unsure of whether they need to wait for Soul Stealer or where the Legion is at.
Yeah, speaking of Soul Stealer, he has finished his Shrunken Head. So obviously that's a great pickup on Soul Stealer. I don't really need to say much more about that. And you think that it'll be greatly useful for him in the next team fight.
Swiftblade actually having a Geometer's Bane. I didn't pick up on that. Is that I don't know. He's an agility hero. It's an agility item. I imagine that it would work somewhat. Usually seeing that picked up on some other heroes, though. I would think maybe some other things Swiftblade might want to go to capitalize on his critical hit. But Glacius going in here and doing a little bit of baiting, thus getting them the kill onto Pebbles. Went in there greedily. And Engineer's going to go down here to Swiftblade. Soul Stealer trying to take down this Swiftblade, but just not able to get the job done. And really, the Geometer's Bane not playing a part whatsoever in that fight, as he did use it, but they got obliterated by the Pebbles, Stalagmites and the Soul Stealer Demon Hand. So, not my favorite pickup out of his choices here so far. He does have an Ice Brand as well, so maybe he's going to be going the Frostwolf Skull route as well, which is another kind of peculiar pickup to me on Swiftblade. Usually you would see some more damage or maybe even Leech or something.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just not. Again, he's just not dealing enough damage at this point for the Geometers to really help with that. And again, there's so much AoE coming out that it's not really gonna do anything.
Oh, don't worry though. But Magebane's got his Rune Axe now, so everything's gonna be cool now.
Oh, okay, it's all good.
So he does have his Rune Axe finished up. Like I just said, Swiftblade finishing his Rune Axe, Geometers, and has the Ice Brand pick up there. Kind of curious as to where he's going with that. We'll have to see if he does go ahead and go the Frostwolf Skull route. Andromeda sitting on a Mystic Vestments. Striders, I feel like we haven't really touched on the items as quickly as we need to, but there's been so much action, people. You gotta understand. Lots of wards of sight on Glacius as he's running around with his Striders as well. Deadwood picking up a Blessed Orb. Several routes he could go with that. Nullstone probably being maybe what he might go with it. I don't know. That wouldn't be necessarily the wisest pick of that. Yeah, not with that team that they're lined up against. So not sure where he's going with that. Do you have any thoughts?
It's possible he could be getting a Sheep Stick.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It wouldn't be a bad pickup. It's never a bad pickup, frankly, but not sure.
Extra disable is always nice.
Yeah.
As Soul Stealer, what are you sitting on, bro? He's got the Nullstone still. Like you said, Shrunken Head, Portal Key. Nymphora actually going to be taking... Oh, okay, never mind. It looked like she was getting ready to do her ultimate. I was going to say, she takes Pebbles while he's that low of health somewhere. That's a recipe for disaster. Pharaoh actually going to be finishing his Helm of the Black Legion, or trying to, as he picked up the Beast Heart just now, has the Iron Buckler, has a Mystic Vestments as well. So he's trying to get that tanky, build going, but he did go out against the Tri-Lane early, so he's kind of hurting for gold. And, optimally, he'd like to have a Burial Idol, he'd like to have a Black Helm, or Helm of the Black Legion. As Deadwood going to come in here and try and combo down Pebbles. Don't know if it's going to be enough. As, wow, yeah, they do go ahead and finish off Pebbles. Deadwood going to be going down, though, as well to Soul Stealer. Now, the battle of the bulk here as we've got Soul Stealer going up against Swiftblade. So Swiftblade using his illusions but not bringing them along with him. And it doesn't matter though, he picked up the Champion North, what's he care? Takes down Nymphora. Pharah finally showing up on the scene. Soul Stealer trying to do a little bit of work, picks up Andromeda. Maybe going to be able to catch up to Swiftblade. And we've got a quad kill going out in favor of Soul Stealer and a genocide along with it. So very nicely done there. That has got to be a huge turn of events for Soul Stealer there. Just that's got to be big for him. He faced off against everyone there, and they worked on Pebbles first. They worked on Engineer second, and then I guess Soul Stealer just had his shrunken head, so he managed to dodge a lot of that damage incoming there. But wow, heck of a fight.
For sure. For sure. I was about to say that the Hellborn team had so much better team fight presence, and it's been a little surprising that they've just been too disorganized and haven't really been winning the team fights, and they've only been excelling in the ganks with Pebbles and whatnot. So it's good to see them winning there. They were winning there 4v5 for a long period of time before Pharah even made it there. So that's what they need to be doing at this point, basically. They can't let it get to late game or else Swiftblade and Magebane will just be way too farmed. So they're going to take a Kongor here, and then you want to see them group up and push some of these towers down.
I was going to say, where's Soul Stealer going? There we go. Now he picks it up. I was like, no way you were going to leave that to someone else. That would just be kind of foolhardy to me. I could maybe... No, no one else on their team deserves it. Pebbles maybe, but yeah, no. As it looks like Pebbles has got a Warp Cleft pickup. So he's probably going to be going Demonic Hide, or Demonic Breastplate, I should say. Maybe. That'd be what I would imagine.
Oh, most definitely, as we actually... I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, minor little bit of action. Oh, did he get picked... Oh, wow, he did get picked off
by
Deadwood.
A very nice poured in and smack to the face.
He's like, hey, buddy. He's like, leave me alone. Hey, buddy. Turns around.
Yep, that's pretty much how it went.
Yeah, that's the way I envision in my head all the time. Oh, but yeah, if you guys have not seen, there's some actual YouTube videos that are really funny with Heroes of New Earth, with Deadwood doing, I think if you look nursery rhymes, where he's punching people and saying nursery rhymes, that's just funny, so check that out. But right now we are at the point of the game where it's 24-21, 36, almost 37 minutes into this game. The experience lead and gold lead, in favor of either team right now. I mean, we got the experience lead for the Legion and the gold lead for the Hellborn. Gotta say, Kongor probably has something to do with the gold lead, along with, looks like they've got more tower kills too. Do they? Yes, they do. They got one more tower kill going for them right now. No, 2 more tower kills. There was that group of Legion creeps down here. It looked like the tower's still almost in place. But yeah, we
No comment.
Oh, come on now. You know that my screen isn't as pretty.
Finished his Geometer's Bane, so that'll help him in the damage department. Soul Stealer and Swiftblade are still fighting it out for the top farm in the game, though. Swiftblade at 471 and Soul Stealer at 487. So that's pretty much the two you gotta keep eyes on. But I mean, Magebane, I guess he's got his Whispering Helm.
Yeah, what is Magebane up to? He's up to 221, so he's been slowly continuing to climb here. Deadwood maybe taking a little bit of a decline even. I mean, he's been doing some work, but not... What's Engineer doing? Engineer tossed out a Tinker onto this tower as Nymphora is porting in for whatever reason. Okay. As they are going to go down here, and oh, Pharaoh jetting in, following the Tormented Soul beautifully, and they're going to try and pick off Swiftblade, but a nice swap going out there, costing Andromeda her life, but doing what she needs to save her teammates. The Swiftblade Illusion's actually going to be a little bit of a bait there to keep him from finishing up, as we see the Legion team getting the hell out of dodge, using ports and everything they can to get out. But nicely done there. I guess that went a lot better than what it could have. Andromeda dropping instead of Swiftblade, and the Hellborn's going to keep pushing, but the Legion's got to try and mount some kind of a defense here, maybe, as they do have all of the Hellborn here ready to fight. Soul Stealer going for a ride.
Yeah, like you said, that could have gone a lot worse, but that's just a great example of why I love Fair when it's such great initiation.
Yeah, that was actually really kind of almost artistic, as the Tormented Soul was flying and he jetted right down the same path and caught him as they both exploded. So it was actually really nice looking to watch. But now we're going to see they are going to go ahead and back up. Yep. Well, I mean, everyone's alive now. Not that Andromeda's that huge of a presence, but the possibility of getting swapped into a tower is always something you got to keep on the the back burner there and keep in mind, as they are also probably wanting to go ahead and pick off. Ooh, who's the unfortunate fool? Mage Bang got caught completely out there. Like they